Well, Paris may be the birthplace of neon lighting, but the brilliant signage found its true home right here in fabulous Las Vegas.
Historians believe the first neon sign went up along the strip sometime between 1928 and 1930, with many following in its glowing footsteps. Now, time has changed the strip, of course, but the signs from the past iconic properties have not simply faded away. They're merely found a new place to shine.
We get called a graveyard, we get called a junkyard, we get called all those things, but it's actually a boneyard.
Just north of downtown Las Vegas lies a luminous tribute to its past.
In most cities, we save the building. Here, we implode them and we have this great time. We have a party out of it, right?
And we save the signs.
We save the signs. Okay. So the signs are actually how we've been able to do historic preservation in Las Vegas.
And just some of what's been preserved and restored is on display at the one and only Neon Museum.
So it started actually, strangely enough, with Yesco, which is a sign manufacturer for much of the city. And Yesco had a collection of signs that had been taken down. They called the city and said, do you want to keep these? Do you want us to, what do you want to do with these?
That call ignited an idea as bright as a strip marquee. The city, under then Mayor Jan Jones, began forming partnerships with Valley nonprofits to make the museum a reality. It would take 15 years of collaboration, negotiation, and restoration.
People who, again, think of us a junkyard or a graveyard, this is actually quite curated and an enormous amount of work.
Doesn't just show up ready to go.
No.
Acquiring a sign is just the starting point. The restoration process is slow, painstaking, and we're told somewhat dangerous due to the fact that the glass must be bent using an open flame.
So this is one of my favorite things to point out, is this little spot where we have been able to save the original coral, and it goes to that bubblegum pink.
And then there's installation.
This piece, in order to make that happen, we had to move 14 signs to make that happen. We had to dig a hole that was 12 feet into the ground to create a cement pylon to hold it up, so that it will stay in place, so that when we get our Las Vegas winds, that's not going to topple over or go backwards. There is an enormous amount of trenching that goes on to provide the electrical.
Underneath the pink hue of the Moulin Rouge neon sign is this, the El Cortez Hotel and Casino sign. It is the newest sign here at the Neon Museum, and while the hotel is still open, the sign is here and it's set to be lit tomorrow.
It is taking these signs and making them relevant. So if you have a 25-year-old come through and see the Liberace sign, that may or may not mean anything to that person. So it's our job to find ways to make these signs speak beyond what you just see in pretty colors.
Pro tip, by the way, go right at dusk. That's the best time. It looks the best. Only a small portion of the museum's collection is on display at the Neon Boneyard. More than 500 pieces sit in storage because there's really no space to put them. The museum also needs more room for the 250,000 people who pass through its doors every year. Berger tells us 2 larger sites in the Arts District are currently under consideration.